Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I haven't done this for a long time, and that's the Genealogy Do-Over. It's a program that Thomas McKenty started a couple years ago. Uh, but I always have it in the back of my mind, and I do it consistently. I just don't blog about it. But I thought I would take the time to do this one because it's made a drastic change for me, and the do-over, or I prefer to call it go-over, is to relook at how I handle citations from the Find a Grave website. Now, most people know that there is the old traditional, or I should now say was an old traditional Find a Grave website that is no longer in existence and is now on a new website. They reformatted the data in its presentation. And I won't go into pros and cons about that, but they made the change, and the change are for the good. It's on newer technology, so I'm for that. But when they did that, I started to think about how I did my citations. Now, I I haven't had when I started looking at this problem, the citation thing, and how I have been doing it, and I've blogged about this in the past. I started to think about what is on the Find a Grave website. Is it one database? Is it two databases, or there are more than two databases on the website? I propose that there's at least three, one being a contributor, and I would add to contributor both the person who creates a memorial on the Find a Grave website and those who contribute photographs. I do the latter a lot. I've probably got 900 photographs. That's not a lot for a lot of people, but I have 800 or 900 photographs on the Find a Grave website as the photographer. I also have created a number of my own uh, memorials on the Find a Grave website. If I take a picture and it's not on the Find a Grave website, I'll put it there. So that's a contributor, and I'm saying contributor. So we all have numbers. A contributor has a number so that to me is a database. Then there's a database on the memorials themselves. They also have a number. So I assume that there's a database for memorials. And the third is cemeteries. You have to have a cemetery database where you can add memorials to, and the contributor needs to add pictures or create a memorial. So that's what the contributor does. So I really thought about that, and I believe that I have been doing it backwards. So uh, backwards by in working with citations, what I've learned is think largest to smallest. What is the biggest thing? Well, in this case, it's a website down to a memorial. And if it's on a website, where did the website get the information from? We usually use the term citing, but where did the website get the information from? And so that's where, oh, I know what I wanted to say here. Where did I get the information from? I got the information from the Find a Grave website. Where did the Find a Grave website get their information? And that is the contributor. Sorry about that. I'm not going to re-record it because of that mistake, but I just want to clarify that. Where did I get the information from, and where did the website get the information from? So here's the previous citation format in Family Tree Maker. This is in the sources workspace. I have selected a source group, and this is on the right-hand panel. and it's the data that's in this old format. And I'm going to talk about this screen in a minute. But first of all, what I have to do is create a source group. And this is in the template format for Family Tree Maker. And the source template that I choose is the online database cemetery derivative. I believe that is the most accurate. And the creator surname, creator forename, database title, website title, URL, the year, and comments. Now, when I create one of these, I usually put in comments the format of what I'm going to put in to the citation detail. So here is, oops, sorry about that. Let me go back. This is, come on, stop playing around with me. Anyhow, there you go. You can see my mouse. I put this information in because this is what I'm going to put over here in the citation detail screen. Just a reminder, I do one or two of these and then I don't need it anymore, but I wrote it into the comment for this particular source group. So now I'm going to move ahead to this next piece, which is the citation detail. That's the information on the person, their name, birth and death years, and the memorial number. That's what's going to be in the citation detail screen, and that will be part of the reference note here in a minute. The next piece is the citation text. My rule of thumb for my database is this is my information. It will not be displayed because there's no check mark to include in a reference note. This is my information. In other words, this record, and I also put in the access date because I will need that here in a minute. When did I access this database? So again, this is my information. I will make notes in here for me that will not be in the citation. Down at the bottom is the reference note. That is the citation. That's what the citation will look like. There is the web address for the memorial where I can click on this icon and I'll be taken to the website. It is not included in the reference note. Now I'm going to break that reference note down here in a second. But it's sort of upside down for me because I'm starting with a contributor from the website and then information about the person. To me, that is not largest to smallest. So my citation is based on the contributor, then the website, and then information about who on the website, who is part of that. Here's what the reference note looks like, full screen, so you can see it, and that's what the citation will look like. And you can tell that I have 23 facts linked to this particular citation. So I'm going to do my do-over based on the new one, and let's see what happens. Here's the reformatted citation. Website first, who on the website, and citing, or where did the website get the information from. So that is the new format. It's maybe subtle, but it made a big difference for me. So here is the source group now. Find a Grave is the compiler, because that was part of the template that I created, that I used, where it is the website, not the person who created it. So this is the new source group called Find a Grave, the compiler. It's the website. And this is the new citation. What I did was take the previous citation that I just showed you and brought it into the new source group. And I'm going to break this apart again, just to let you know that all of these, I have 75 Find a Grave citations right now. So I know how many records I got from Find a Grave that I put into the new format. And I have the citations selected, and here's those 23 facts that you saw in the old format. So I haven't lost anything. And since I did it today, I added the new access date, and I'll show you that in a little bit here. So that's what the full screen looks like. And here is the new source citation information. Now, what's nice about that is this citation detail is copy paste from the new Find a Grave website. I did not have to mess around or retype anything. I strictly copied and pasted the data from the Find a Grave website. So this is what the new citation looks like, and I'm going to break that apart about in a minute. The other thing here is you will notice that I accessed it today. So, but I don't have to do the date anymore. When I had in the old format, I had to copy and paste this access date information and put it in to the reference note. It's already there from Find a Grave, so I don't have to do it. As soon as I access the database, that is part of the citation. That to me is good news. So here's now what the new citation looks like. Now, I don't have control over this first part, but to me, what I wanted to make sure that was included is the database and images, because that's what's on Find a Grave. Now, not all the memorials have images, but it is a database of memorials and images. And this is the same citation, but in the new format. It has the website, database with images. It has the URL and access date. Again, I did not have to type that. Who is the memorial about? And then it is citing. It is citing the cemetery, and it's citing the contributor who created that memorial. So to me, this is going from largest to smallest. The website, the URL, the date I accessed it, who the memorial was about, and who created that memorial with the cemetery built into the citation. I didn't have to type that. It's there. So this is what you would find when you were to go either to the link or go to the memorial. This is where the data came from. And you see this term that says view source. I click on that view source and I will bring up the citation I copy and paste and bring it in to Family Tree Maker in the citation detail field. So I have 3 ways, based on that citation, I have 3 ways to get to that memorial. I can go to the cemetery. It's in the citation. So I can get it by going to Find a Grave and going to the specific cemetery. I can search by name. I can search by name across the Find a Grave website, or I can search for the name in the cemetery or just a surname and go to the cemetery and see everybody who's buried there with that surname. I can get there using from my citation. And the easiest way to get there, if you know the memorial number, which is included in the citation. So in the revised citation, the order of appearance of the data to me is better. It goes from largest to smallest. and it gives me the ways to find that memorial page if it in fact exists. So I'm sorry, I should have had one more slide. I thought it was there, but it's not, but that's okay. So this is my genealogy do-over, go over for the Find a Grave, the new format, the new website, and how I handle my citations. And I am going, in my project right now, I am in fact going and redoing all of my citations. It's been well worth the time to reformat it. I have a lot of more control, and I will probably do another one of these because what I have created is a Find a Grave cemetery citation where I add, if I have a burial fact with a cemetery name, there'll be a citation for the cemetery itself. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave comments on the blog post or in the Google Plus community. Thank you, and have a